Hey YouTubers, this is Randy from TexasNEV again. Sorry it's been a while since I've uploaded any videos, but work and life gets in the way. One of the things I've been asked for since my last upload of my Terminator Electric Chopper was to do some sort of a build montage. So I didn't really have a whole lot of pictures, but I wanted to throw these pictures together for you real quick so we can go through them and give you an idea of the extent of what I had to do to make this. My inspiration came, as I said in the video, from the Atomic Zombie website. I wanted to build something really special, something different, not just a bike that I did an electric conversion to. I wanted to build something completely from scratch. I learned to weld during COVID, and I felt like that was so much fun. I really wanted to build something completely from scratch on my own without having to just convert something else. So. But if you're interested in doing it, this is the design I picked. It was the Vigilante Chopper bike from Atomic Zombie, and Brad has been very supportive of the work that I've done, and he's shared the video as well. But they got a lot of really cool designs on their website, so check them out. For those of you who want to know what kind of welder I was using, I used this titanium Easy Flux 125. This thing has been great. It's lightweight. It's not a transformer base. It's inverter base, so it weighs nothing. I'm just having a ball with it. It's so easy to use, and I've had a lot of fun learning. So I find a Harbor Freight coupon or something like that, but that's the one I'm using. So I started off with some of the basic welding. I didn't really plan on doing a full photo montage, so whatever pictures I got are the pictures I've got, so unfortunately. But getting the placement of the parts together and learning how to weld and get a good bead, and then trying to build the fork and working with square tubing and things like that was pretty challenging since this was literally my first scratch project. So you can see I'm trying to figure out how to place everything, and I've got my 26x4 fat bike rear tire with the 7-speed sprocket that I took off of the first fat bike conversion, and I had this extra hub and I wanted to make something with it. So you can see I got my dropouts for the front fork. The welding ain't that great, but I do get better at it as we go along. As you can see, I've got these dimples that were cut out. All these instructions on how to do all this are mentioned in the instructions for the Terminator or the Stealth Vigilante bike. So I'm starting to get some more placement. I've got the center beam in place and trying to get that all smoothed out to get in my spacing so that, you know, when the bike is sitting level, this actually is sitting level too. So it was quite challenging for me. Now, apologies, I skipped way forward here. This was just, I didn't do a lot of the other build. I had photos, I can't find them, whatever. But this I had gotten the battery box built here out of sheet metal, and I got my skull and my bar for the headlights. And this was just a 26-inch mountain bike front tire. I painted it black. And you see again, we used that very popular Conray 3000 watt motor. I actually got a seat here. This is from a Harley Bobber 1100. It's pretty cool. Making the mounts and everything, and the rear view mirrors with the skeleton claws on them. It's pretty cool. I got some foot pegs from a dirt bike. Welded those on. My tail lights. Just regular RV trailer lights that I wired in. Very easy, and they're very bright. Here I got the utility box. This is where, you know, you have the power switch, your battery display, and you've seen me use this on the Hammerhead. You've seen me use this on my son's electric go-kart. You know, just very, you know, I'm just used to using them, and they work out very nicely. This is a display for a dedicated GPS speedometer. I hope to have it up like that, but it actually did not work out because as I turned the handlebars, it would bang up against there, so that didn't really work. You see the your standard center stem for your fork. I took that off of a bike, salvaged it, cut it off, and then had it all welded together like that. So while I was pretty much finished with the frame. I decided working on the battery. This is a 20S 64 amp hour lithium polymer battery pack. As you can see, it's pretty big, but it's about 5 kilowatts at 84 volts. It's an enormous amount of power and range and current. I had been selling these poly lipo cells on eBay as well, and as you can see, I have the tabs welded over my BMS wires and pieces of foam and Gorilla Tape and everything, just to try to keep it all secure and in one place as it'll get jostled around. So here's the completely finished frame assembly, stripped bare so I could take it to go get powder coated over at Flaming Dirt. And I had some imperfections here, like there were some things that they weren't quite square, and I had to like chop those off and redo it, because you don't really notice this stuff when you're getting ready to turn it in. Yeah, actually this was here, it's a little crooked right here, so I just straightened that out. That's the great thing about welding, is you can just chop it off and put it back on again. So here I'm dropping it off at the powder coaters, and they're very excited about the project, and you know, kudos to what a great job that they did. So while they were powder coating, I figured I was going to work on my skull. This was just a little rubber, plastic, whatever skull on Amazon, and I had these panel mount LEDs. And what was so beautiful about it is, look at how perfect those LEDs were to fit in there. So I had to do a little surgery on the T800 here, and trust me, he didn't feel a thing. When it's done, it literally, how perfectly it looks that it fits in there. I used some hot glue gun and super glue or whatever, and got them set in there proper, and then got them hooked up to a 12-volt source to test them, and there you go. Super cool. Hey, so I got it back from the powder coaters. Unbelievable, love it, amazing, awesome. I can't believe how nice that looks. So since we had square tubing for the handlebars, I had to weld round tubing in there to put the grips on. They wouldn't quite fit over the square tubing otherwise. So you can see I'm starting to get it all put together here now that the frame is all powder coated and ready to go. Got the seat back on, got the wheel back on, I got the motor mounted, and then this gold chain. Okay, so here's the cool part. So this sprocket right here, if you look at some of my other videos, this is the front pedal sprocket from a Schwinn Stingray bicycle chopper. And I'm using it for the back sprocket for the Terminator here with a freewheel hub adapter that I got from electric scooter parts. And then you've got your classic, the Conray 3000 watt 72 volt motor, which I really love working with. And this gold chain, which I thought added a nice touch. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to keep that. I'll get into that in a minute. So I've got the Cree headlights, amazingly bright. They got bright, dim, and then strobe. And here I've shrink wrapped the battery pack. I've got the speed controller. I'm starting to hook up the BMS, the Hall sensor wires to the brushless motor. Got this display, the keys. I'm starting to all put it together. So you can see here, like the rear brake, no brake cable was long enough. I actually had to, I tried jerry rigging something, it didn't work. I ended up getting a rear brake cable for a bicycle built for two, because this sucker is almost 8 feet long. So as you can see, I'm starting to get it together here. The key for the power, I've got that Terminator brain chip, and what I ended up doing was I ground this plastic off, and I screwed the key shaft to the chip, and then I painted it gold so it matched, so you actually have to insert the Terminator brain chip into the key slot to turn it on. It's super cool. All right, so back to this gold chain. This is just a 410 single speed bicycle chain. I can tell you that it lasted 5 minutes. I gave the throttle a little juice once I got up and running for testing, and it literally tore the chain apart, and it tore the links apart. So a lot of torque. So here it's all together, and it's usable and running, and you should notice the gold chain is gone, and now I've got 415 heavy on here, and that actually lasted and worked. And if you noticed, the original bike, the rear tire was a studded off-road bike tire. I was able to get some street tires that were for fat bikes. So here's the display panel. You got your, it's kind of fuzzy, but there, that's a better picture. So you got your speedometer, 2-port USB, power switch for your main bus power, and then this switch is for the angel wings, which I'll show you, and then there's on-off for the motor. And there's your angel wings. That's the gold, the red switch on the right. This is pretty cool. I get a lot of looks when I ride this with this in the evenings. I get a lot of looks anyway, but I mean, this just adds more bizarreness to it all. And of course, you got Arnold Schwarzenegger there with his eyeballs all lit up and happy, and the amazingly bright Cree headlights. And then you can't park your vehicle without a Skynet parking pass. Very important, as well as an asset tag, because this is property of Skynet. So there it is. There's the finished beast in all its glory. I still have yet to do a full speed run on it, because quite frankly, it is terrifying. It is unsafe to ride at full speeds with the brakes that are on there. These are just mountain bike brakes. They got to go. It's not enough, folks. You know, if I'm going fast and I apply full brakes, I burn through pads, you know, every couple days, whatever, and I can smell heat. It's just, it's not enough. I need go-kart, dirt bike brake calipers, or motorcycle or something. I'm going to have to do something with hydraulics there. It's just, it's too much. There's another view of the panel, and there's the key mounted to the chip, and nice bright taillights, super cool. And another shot of that. So that was about it. If you want to see the bike in action, you'll have to watch the ridiculously long half-hour presentation and just skip forward to the end there. I will tell you that I did change all that. It's all gone. It does not have there's no more sprocket, chain, and motor. I've swapped out with a hub motor. I'll be doing a video with that shortly, and then I'll have a link in the description where you can get those rear hub motors, because right now I'm the only company that's making these, a 5 to 8,000 watt 26-inch fat bike hub motor. It'll make your fat bike something that go almost 70 miles an hour. It's crazy. So thanks for watching, guys, and subscribe. I appreciate it, and have a great day. Bye.